So well, hey, welcome to our quarterly parent meeting. For those of you guys who are with us, welcome. For those of you who couldn't make it but are going to be watching this later, welcome to you also. Really blessed to have our new interim principal, Donna, with us. Yeah, big round of applause from everyone. Absolutely. So Donna, I was gonna have you go first, but we'll save you for last. That way you can answer your icebreaker question, and then we'll slide into your full introduction. And then
good.
So I'm just gonna start on my screen, going around from whom I have first. So RT, are you there?
Hey, I'm still here. Yeah. Sorry, just got home, so I'm gonna. Oh, the icebreaker question.
Yes. Anyone, time machine, what you would do tomorrow if you didn't have to work, if your life were a TV show.
I think I'd do the time machine, and if I was to go somewhere, I'd like to revisit Jamaica, and I want to be there on the beach. That would be fun. It's like a dream now, but that would be somewhere where I'd like to be, just to sit on the beach, not to worry about anything, not have dinners to make or lunches to make. So that would be my little getaway and do something to myself.
Nice.
Also, no kids.
Laura
No children allowed.
Me, I'll just choose the second one.
Okay. Everyone's my hooky from work.
I just want to sleep.
Sleep.
I don't sleep much these past few days. So I just want to have a nap sleep.
It's a good answer. So far, I'm stealing everyone's. All right. Vanita.
Laura Bell stole my answer too. If I didn't have to work tomorrow, I would just sleep all day.
Very nice. All right. And Rhiannon.
I'm gonna go with the parent trend over here and pick nothing to number 2. So I don't know if that's even possible if I didn't work tomorrow, but I'm sure. But we can hope.
Yeah. All these answers spoken like true parents. So I get it. Jocelyn, are you there? Are you wrangling kids?
Nope, I'm here. I'm wrangling laundry. I think it's the any parent of young children would choose sleep. So I would also choose sleep if I didn't have to work tomorrow. I know, not very exciting.
It's okay. Again, we're parents. We get it. Eileen, how about you?
I'm going to go with question number 2, like everybody else, but I'll say that if I didn't have to work tomorrow, I would love to go for a long hike. So yes, I am tired, but I'll take the hike today.
Like hiking even in this weather, or are you thinking like this is ideal? So like summertime hiking weather?
I think this is amazing weather when it's not too hot and it's not raining and muddy. I mean, I guess probably there'll still be snow up there, but I got for my birthday last year a pair of snowshoes that I haven't used. So hey, I'll take that. Yes, let's do that. Snowshoeing hike.
I would like to also go for a hike, only if I'm going with my mom.
Okay, so if Emily is not at school tomorrow and I call in sick, too bad there's a lot of VSB employees here. If we don't show up, we went for a hike. We'll send pictures. Thank you.
Fair enough. All right. Oh, my arrow is acting weird.
Come down.
There we go.
Back.
All right, I have a parent here. Where'd you go on my screen?
Maybe do this for a sec. Oh, there's
Is it Chassis? Chassis?
Chelsea.
Where? Oh, put my
Okay.
mic.
Hi, Chassis. Thanks for joining us.
Hi.
Hi. So we're just kind of kicking things off with an icebreaker question. So all three are there on your screen. So one's about a time machine, one's about if you had the day free from work, or if your life were a TV show. So just for fun, you don't have to answer if you don't want to, but just getting to know each other a bit.
You don't have to work tomorrow. What to do instead? Oh, I'll go with 2. I have to rest because I have this week. I have 2 boys. They are
Yeah.
very active, and they keep me going all week.
Nice, nice. So you would take that day off and just rest, like a lot of people said, huh?
Yes.
Awesome. Chessie, what grades are your boys in?
You know Shiv? Shivesh?
Oh, yeah, there you go. Oh, I thought that the picture looked familiar.
Yeah. I'm Shiv's mom, and Shiv is in grade 8, and Arav is in grade 5.
Nice. Awesome. Well, thanks for coming. Glad you're here.
No problem.
What divisions are the boys in?
Arav is in grade 5, division 5 with Miss McMaster.
Oh, okay.
Nice. Yeah.
Okay. Thanks.
And the older one is in grade 8.
Nice. All right, Mr. Romano, Tony, what would you choose?
Well, I'd go with number 2, and I would, even with COVID, I'd jump on a plane and go somewhere hot, somewhere warm, Hawaii, Mexico, or maybe even go down to Los Angeles and watch the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm stealing that one.
Can I jump?
Sure.
Can I jump on that train too? I'm on another one for LA. Let's all go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Good answers. Good answers. All right, Mrs. Brown, what would you choose?
I would choose if your life has a TV show, and then instead of a genre, I'd be a cartoon. Because our house is like crazy. And
Yeah.
I wish we could be a cartoon. That
Yeah.
would be fun. And then I would get to be goofy.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with number 3 as well. She picked cartoon. I would say ours is like an unscripted reality TV show where it's just like all over the place and you don't know what's gonna happen next.
Our family
So,
is crazy.
Yeah.
Too many kids. Too many people.
anyway. Donna, we are gonna let you have the last word.
Children, so.
Yeah, it's true. It's
Plus
true.
2.
Donna, we're gonna let you get the last word and answer your icebreaker question, and then we'll
Okay,
go.
I
I hope it's the time
gonna
machine.
say, instead of just saying tomorrow, if I wasn't working, I would be somewhere hot golfing and riding my bike, like Florida or Hawaii. But I'm really, if there weren't any travel restrictions or advisories, that's where I would be. But I'm very happy to be working right now and helping out at Moberly. And I just want to thank the PAC executive for making me feel so welcomed and for meeting me the other night. And it was really, really nice. And I'm really enjoying being at Moberly, working with the staff, getting to know the kids. It's been a really nice 3 weeks. So thank you to everyone for making me feel so welcome. And I started, I guess about 3 weeks ago, January 17th. And it's been a really, really busy time because we just started right off with report cards, which were sent home last week. And next week will be our parent-teacher conferences. Those are on Wednesday and Thursday, the 16th and 17th. And half the classes will be doing parent-teacher conferences on those days, and the other half will be doing student-led conferences. Either those dates or those classrooms will be communicating with parents and letting them know which days the children will be coming home to do a student-led conference. We'll have a 2 p.m. dismissal time on both those days. And that's just a reminder. And this year for parent-teacher conferences, we're using a new system for booking the conferences. And a notice was sent home 2 days ago. And today the site has gone live. And I'm just going to let Tony talk a little bit about it briefly.
Yeah.
School appointments online.
Great. Thanks, Donna. Yeah, so we wanted to put in place something that was a little simpler than we were using the Office 365 booking app, and it was quite difficult for us to set up and put into use last year. So we decided to get this new app, which is called Appointments Online, as Donna just mentioned, and it's fairly straightforward. The parents of some of our divisions will receive an email with instructions to go to a website, and you just register, and then you once you have your teacher pick your division, and you're able to pick the time slots. So it's really straightforward, and it's being used at other schools in our district. So I think it's going to make things a little bit more easier to maneuver.
Yeah, I think it will too. So thanks, Tony. Kindergarten registration, although it's still on, the priority registration ended January 31st, but right now we have 48 kindergarten registrations. So we do have some spots. We can take approximately 9 or 10 more students. So if you know any families in the neighborhood that have kindergarten age children coming up for September 2022, let them know to register online. And that way we can be assured of 3 kindergarten classes as we have this year. It's also articulation time with the grade 7 students. So we're busy with online meetings and information sessions to make the transition for the students as exciting and seamless as possible. And the grade 7 teachers and Mr. Romano, as well as myself, will certainly keep all the grade 7 parents and families posted on whatever information and upcoming dates for the grade 7 transition to high school. And during a time between now and the end of April, we'll be doing the student learning survey with the grade 4 and 7 students, as well as their parents and all the staff. And I'll let Tony talk a little bit about the learning survey.
Yeah, so the learning survey, formerly known as the satisfaction survey, so they've changed it to the learning survey. We'll try and have that. That's for our grade 4s and 7 students, and we'll do that before spring break. And that's also for parents. So parents will get a message from our office, and they're welcome to participate. Questions center around student school experiences. Parents of these grade groups will also, as mentioned, receive an email asking them to participate. School districts and government ministries use this survey to collect data for planning, research, and advocacy for our youth. So it's also done at the grade 10 level, I believe.
Yeah, thanks, Tony. And upcoming dates, we have Pink Shirt Day, February 23rd, and Moberly will be participating. Whether it's an online assembly or an in-person assembly, we'll be raising awareness that bullying will not be tolerated. And we want to encourage all students to wear pink on that day. So you'll get reminders and more information on that. And more information on whether we can hold assemblies will be coming next week. So we're looking forward to that. Some upcoming dates, Pro D Day, Friday, February 18th, and Family Day Stat Holiday, Monday, February 1st. And I also had written down the White Hatter social media update. I'm really looking forward to presenting that to the staff. And I needed the updated time slots. And other than that, I'm we're all just waiting on the province to lift some of the restrictions. So we'll see what that looks like. And we can't wait to maybe have parents back in the school and just get back to a normal routine.
Awesome.
Anything else that, any questions or anything you needed to add, Tony? I think I took your pink shirt day.
Well, that's okay. That's fine. Yeah.
Okay,
No, that's great. Thanks, Donna.
all right.
So we did last year we did the Pink Shirt Day event with all the children and all the staff at Moberly. So I wonder if even a reminder to all of them to bring to show you. I don't think Tony, you were there. No, you weren't there when we did Pink Shirt Day. So all the children designed their own shirts. So there we bought the cotton the pink
Oh.
shirts. I'll get Emily to go grab her. So a lot of kids did messages of what Pink Shirt Day means to them. So there were a lot of messages about anti-bullying. So they were really, really amazing. So even a reminder, hey, you probably still fit in your shirt from last year, if not bringing it in. And well, yeah, no, I guess they shouldn't be sharing. But I think a lot of the children should still have their shirts from last year.
Oh, that's great. Oh, what a great idea.
Yeah, and we're trying to rotate some of the events that we're purchasing t-shirts for. But for last year, for the Pink T-shirt Day, we also did it as a fundraiser. And Jocelyn, correct me if I'm wrong, but all the funds that we raised went to the Amanda Todd Foundation, right?
Yeah, so we were on the ball last year and we coordinated and picked a foundation that supported the day. And we emailed all of our parents and said if they wanted to make a donation, they could. And we managed to collect $640, which we donated to the Amanda Todd Fund. This is Dante's shirt from last year.
Oh, beautiful.
So yeah, so they all got special pens and drew on it. His says "Be kind."
Yeah.
But yeah, no, so we fundraised $640. And then it was donated. And I've had a lovely conversation. I've kept in touch with Amanda's mom, Carolyn, and she is a teacher in the Coquitlam School District. And, you know, she and I had chatted about them doing a presentation for Pink Shirt Day this year. And she's quite interested. Unfortunately, Amanda's trial is going ahead right now, or getting started, and so she just didn't feel like she could commit at this time. But in the future, she has her society, the Amanda Todd Society, does presentations for schools.
Great.
Here's Paul's shirt, Emily wearing it from last year.
Oh, so cute, Emily.
Around.
Oh, that modeling makes it even better. Thanks, Emily.
Yeah, thank you.
Awesome. Well, thank you. Thank you for that update. Yeah, any questions update wise on anything that was mentioned, parents?
And if any questions come up throughout the day and the next, well, any day, just give me a call. I'm very open to speaking to families and parents, and yeah.
Awesome. I know besides the update, Donna, one thing most parents are going to be interested in just knowing a little bit about yourself. If you wouldn't mind sharing maybe even some of your previous roles as principal and just show up here at Moberly.
Sure. I retired about 5 years ago out of Hastings Elementary School. I've been principal at Hastings, and before that was Sir James Douglas and Douglas Annex, and previous to that it was Queen Elizabeth and Queen Elizabeth Annex. Previous to that it was Emily Carr, and those were all principalships. I've been in Vancouver for 30 years, and in Winnipeg, I came from Winnipeg and I was teaching in Winnipeg for 10 years before I came out to Vancouver. So I was a resource teacher. My background is resource and special needs. And I was both a primary teacher before that and an intermediate teacher. So I've lots of experience, loved working with the children, and I've loved working in all the different schools. And so when I retired, I said, I'm happy to help out if you need me. And I honestly haven't stopped working for any period of time. I've been working at long-term assignments, and it's been great. I just came out of Waverly after a year and a half, and before that Kingsford Smith after a year and a half, and before that Garibaldi for a year. So it's just been long-term assignments in different communities that I've really enjoyed.
Wow, that's awesome. Thank you so much for your openness and commitment to doing this and helping out. Anyone else? Please, this is time to kind of just get to know and ask questions if you like. I know, and please feel free to answer this in whatever way you want, but I'm guessing one of the big questions on most parents' minds is, are you going to be here till the end of the year if things
I forgot to mention that. When I took the job, I said, I'm totally committed to being here until Dawn comes back or the end of June, and we'll see what happens then. So I'm happy to do, I know right now I'm here till spring break, and I'm happy to do any type of transition or gradual return, or if need be, work right into June, till the end of June. So.
Great, thank you. I think that'll put a lot of minds to ease.
I know, I feel so sorry for you guys. I'm the third retired principal already. And
you are, but we're very thankful for the previous two and just their commitment.
Yes. Moberly has been very lucky. If they had to have 3 retired principals, you've had 2 great ones anyway.
We definitely have. Awesome.
Yeah, we've been, again, we're so thankful that you're stepping up to this role. And I think, at least for myself, I was very nervous about, when Patty came in and her saying, well, I won't be able to stay much longer. And then we had Kevin. And then I was thinking, oh my goodness, how many principals are we going to have in a year? But everyone has been just so wonderful. And I guess, I also want to recognize Tony. I'm sure it's not easy for him to come into a school and have to work closely with
Well, that's just it. Tony was new himself in September, and he's had to train 3 of us. So.
Exactly. I mean, it's amazing for your, for you, Tony, if you want to go into becoming a principal, you go like, okay, you know what? I worked from Moberly with like 4 different principals. I think I'm good to do the job. You'll have our full support.
Extremely, you know what? Extremely lucky, fortunate to 3 wonderful people. And I told Donna that I now have her address, so she's not allowed to try to escape. I can pick her up, so I know where she is.
Yeah,
I'm with you on that one.
I get a ride to work every day.
Awesome. Well, again, hey, parents, if you have a question that you'd like to ask Donna or Tony, please feel free. If not, we'll move on to just a few quick PAC updates.
Sure.
Okay. All right. Well, here's just kind of what we wanted to briefly touch on tonight. Had the opportunity to meet Donna, and they've briefed us on things going on at the school and even some possible changes with COVID. We're going to turn our attention now to some of our PAC board members and allow them just to highlight what's been going on in the PAC world. So Rhiannon, would you be able to kick us off with fundraising?
Sure. So for the parents who've joined us, welcome. I'm supporting the PAC and doing some of the fundraising for the school. And so you would have seen some things that we've done recently, such as Freezy Friday and Purdy's chocolates and selling of donuts and things like that. Coming up, we are going to do Purdy's again for the Easter holiday season. The school gets 25%. So during the winter holiday Purdy's fundraising, we raise over $1,000 to go towards a whole bunch of different school initiatives. We are going to be doing donuts again just before spring break so that folks have snacks to keep their kids entertained for 2 weeks off. And we actually want to introduce Colonel's Popcorn as a snack fundraiser as well. So there's a lot in the works, and we've been raising quite a few dollars for Moberly School. And so I don't know, Marlon, you wanted to talk about some of the things that we were able to purchase with the support of the parents' money.
Yeah, let me go back to my screen here. Get into the financials, but we did want to highlight for you that I feel bad because I feel like sometimes parents are being bombarded like, here, buy this or here, buy that. And we're not just trying to hit you with a bunch of junk mail or junk fundraisers. These fundraisers really are going towards great needs for our school. And we just wanted to highlight two of them briefly. So as you can see on your screen, we have been able to purchase new uniforms for school athletics. And if you saw the previous uniforms, you know that it's time for an upgrade. And these look absolutely fantastic. We're going to be thrilled to receive these, and the students are going to be very excited to have these new uniforms. Another thing that our fundraising efforts have gone towards is Raz Kids. And Donna or Tony, maybe I think it'd be a lot better coming from you if you can kind of share what Raz Kids is about and how that is a helpful resource for the school.
Sure. Do you want me to, Donna, do you want to? Okay. So Raz Kids is, it's a program that's been around for a while, but it's, it has leveled reading programs for each grade level, so they can advance. It has a number of, I guess, things that you can do on it, including, reading is the main point, but reading, writing, the stories also read to you, they're sounding out. It's just a really effective way to reach some of our kids that are that some of the more traditional things are not working with them. Is the app seems to work really well. And we thought at some point our schools, were going to close. I mean, knock on wood, it hasn't happened. And I know it was really effective last year during the closures, getting our kids working at home. And it was, a tool that we used last year, and we still continue to use it this year. We find it's really a good tool to use. Yeah.
And the kids can work at their own level,
Yeah.
and move ahead with that. So it meets all the different levels of the children. It's really great that way.
Yeah, I know my kids have benefited from it personally, so it is a great resource to have, and thankful that we can partner with the school to make that available to everyone. So, Rhiannon, anything else?
Just that this PAC, we've been really fortunate to partner with Kids Up Front through our fundraising efforts. So they've provided our school with, I think it was like 80 tickets to the BC Lions. And so we put them out on our Facebook and website and asked for parents who wanted to attend with their children to go. And that was a fun event. They also came in and did art classes for all of the classes, actually, pre-holidays. And so some of you may have got these adorable art cards brought home, and that was because they funded the Vancouver Visual Arts Foundation to come to our school. And through their fundraising efforts, we're actually going to have drama classes for 4 of the divisions in I guess after the spring break there. So I think with our partnership with Kids Up Front, our schools received $13,000 worth of product or tickets or classes and art supplies and everything like that. So that's been pretty amazing to come into the school. And they have sponsors that believe in the work that we're doing in our school, and they want to come back and do more art classes or do online art classes if they're not allowed back into the school. So that's something to talk about with Donna and Tony, I guess after February 15th, and see where things land.
Right.
Awesome. Thank you, Rhiannon. Archie.
Sorry, can I
Yeah, please go ahead.
It's a fundraising question, and it just came to mind because yesterday we met with the technology committee, and in a sense, the technology committee is looking towards next year, next September, and trying to take an inventory not only of the resources but also of where staff are at with technology. And as well, the technology is quite old. And we wondered about, eventually some things are going to have to be replaced, and how do we want to go about doing that? And although it's later on, not in the near future, but later on, I wondered about a direct drive, and if this community has ever had a direct drive for a specific item like technology, and if that was successful or how it worked in this community. It was just a thought and a question.
Yeah, no, it's a good question. We haven't, at least not that I'm aware of since I've been here, but it is something that we have discussed, and it's already kind of been in our planning phase for next year, to most likely start to roll out in the fall of kind of just like a larger direct, like you're saying, sponsorship or donation,
Right.
that we can have a larger pool for technology or anything that we want to be able to use those funds for. So.
Oh, thanks very much. I just wanted to get a sense of where that was at, or if that was even a possibility down the road.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I definitely think it's a possibility. We just would like to know, I guess, what the school needs or what the teachers need and how many, and so that we can figure out the cost of that and where to go to get things donated from.
I think the school is at the point where some things are breaking down, and for instance, the smart boards aren't supported anymore by the district, and as projectors go, we're thinking about how are we going to buy the bulbs, and do we want to, and what direction do we want to move in? So it's not something, it's something that needs a lot of thought yet, but I think it's going to be quite a project in the next few years to come to move ahead in that area.
I think, Donna, it'll be, I know it's a complicated issue. It's not like, oh, we just need $100,000. That's it. It's a really tough decision to choose which way you go. And like you're saying, if the district is not supporting some of the systems already in place. Yeah. So for the PAC, I think it'll be really helpful to start with, if we knew a general idea, if you wish, like a wish list, if you want to call it that. And then, because we have been, I think we have been pretty good at reaching out to even other associations and stuff, and see how they can help us with what we need. So if we know exactly what it is that a school is looking for, maybe we can look at donors, we can look at sponsors, we can look at fundraising for a specific event. So if it's like helping out with $500 or like a couple $1,000s here and there, maybe it's something we can do. But if it's a much larger project, if we can get more details on it, I think we can look at a lot of different options.
Yes, I think that's the route that the committee wants to go and start taking a look and doing a whole story and where they're at right now.
Great.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a great start.
Thank you for that.
Thank you.
Get that back to the committee.
Great.
Tony, was there anything else to add around that meeting specifically?
No, it's exactly what you're saying. You know, like our LCD projectors are quite old, and I know like just like some districts are even you're going to laugh at this. They're going back to TVs because they're cheaper than buying an LCD projector, and they last longer. It's you know it's just trying to think this through, what we want our school to look like in the future. And how we're going to go about this. So it's I think we're just starting the process, like Donna said, and you know, we'll have more information for you as time moves on here.
Thank you. But I did, Rihanna, want to get a sense of a direct drive and whether that would be supported or whether we could even think about something like that in the future.
Yeah, I would love to work on something like that. Tech is something that I'm doing on in my job, and so I would love to work on that with your team.
Thank you. Thanks so much.
Great. Thanks, Rhiannon. RT, everyone's full from dinner, but we want to talk food. Any hot lunch updates?
Hey guys, so for hot lunch, I just started helping. I might not have much information. We did the Christmas grab bags was done by Rhiannon, and I think the fundraising part of it. But hot lunch Christmas was a good one. I mean, we had a lot of participants. I feel like it helps parents. One day they don't have to make a lunch. It is, as Marlon said, it is like an email that goes out saying, hey, buy this, buy that, you know, and parents are probably like, oh, great, another lunch day. But it does help quite a bit. This time around, I did it myself with the help of Rhiannon a little bit. So I don't think it was marketed very well, but we had a good turnaround. So February 14th is our next hot lunch. And we did have a good turnaround. So it does help like all the funds that we do run. I'm looking forward to working with the rest of you guys for the next couple of hot lunches. It is fun. It's nice. I feel at first it was overwhelming, but it's great. I love it. It's like something I want to do. Otherwise, I think Rhiannon, do you have anything in there? Like, I don't really have numbers or anything right now because I'm still learning the process. So you guys might have more numbers than I do.
No, I think you're doing great, and it was marketed awesome. And in the end, we doubled the amount of orders that we originally had like a week ago. So I think you're doing awesome, and we're going with a company that we have been successful with, and hopefully there will be
there will be more to come.
It'll go smoothly. Yeah. So it's great, and the kids enjoy it. So, and I enjoy it as a parent, not having to make lunch. So thank you.
Same here. I agree.
Yeah. Can I just add in just a reminder to parents that all of these events require volunteers. So you mean you have Rhiannon, who does the fundraising and does the behind the scenes, making the fundraising events happen, and RT, who's organizing and making sure the hot lunch happens. But when it comes to the day of delivering, setting up, getting things organized on the day, we do rely on our parent volunteers. So please feel free to email when you see something's coming up, and if you're going to be free on that day, or you want to know if there's a way that you can help and volunteer, please always reach out to us. We will take as little or as much time as you have to give us, and we will make it work so that you can be involved with us and be involved in giving back to the school.
Very good point. Very good point.
That being said, like when parents, when you order lunch, there is a volunteer section on Munch a Lunch. If you want to use that to sign up, that's perfect too. I mean, at least we'll get an email or a sense of it. But yeah, we do need hands-on help sometimes to get the lunches out to the students. Most of us, I know we're all working, but if you have that day off, or if you have just a little bit of time to help out, that would be great.
I was thinking also, like, if the restrictions loosen up to where parents can even be outside a little bit more on campus, to even do an outside PAC table once in a while, to where, because sometimes that interaction is just also what helps tell parents, here's what's going on. Oh, you ever want to come to a hot lunch? Come volunteer. Or you want to do an event with us, because it's face to face. So even if we once in a while could do a PAC table again outside, I think for signups or something would be huge.
Yeah. Awesome. RT, thank you. Anything else?
Nope. Anybody that's new to our group right now, like to our school, I had a couple of parents that messaged, they're new to the school, they missed out on the hot lunch. Do reach out to us. There is a hot lunch email. We do have a website. All the dates are listed on there. So if you guys want to get on our PAC Moberly website, the dates are there. Follow us on the Facebook pages. Updates are always there. New parents, please do reach out to us. I mean, I don't want you to miss out something that you might have been one part of. Yep, that's
Awesome.
pretty much everything.
Thank you. Hey, and seriously, round of applause for RT. Like, she jumped into this kind of midstream.
Blindly.
You are doing a fantastic job. Like, we really appreciate it. Parents, it is a lot of work. So we have a large school.
It was a bit of a challenge. I mean, I agree. I was in between two jobs and I was like, oh, did I just sign up for something that I did not think it through? But thanks to Rhiannon, the one-on-one help was amazing. And Jocelyn on the back end, she's like a pro. She'll let you know. Yeah. So it worked out.
Awesome.
Thank
I
you.
was going to say, you needed the Rhiannon for the know-how, because my know-how was very limited. I want to just comment that I just typed into the chat. Our website, our Moberly PAC website, is new this year. So if you don't know that we have a website, I've just typed the email or the website address into the chat. And so all our dates of upcoming events, and to learn a little bit more about what fundraisers are coming and what they're about, and when the hot lunches are and when the Pro D days are and all that sort of stuff, is all on our website. So definitely check out our website for keeping in touch of what's going on with us at the school.
Wonderful. Let's switch over to events.
Is Benita there still?
Hey, I'm still here. There hasn't been much activity in the events department, understandably, as we navigate through COVID restrictions. In September, we had a welcome back event where we had a bit of a meet and greet with parents on the first day of school. We had coffee and we decorated a little bit with balloons and stuff. So that was nice. We hosted a Facebook contest for Halloween and a dance contest. We handed out candy canes for every student at Moberly for the holidays, and we also hosted a Facebook gingerbread house contest. And yeah, that's basically it right now. Becca and I are both hoping that things do change for spring so we can plan something that kids can actually enjoy and just, be kids.
Yes.
Ben?
Nope, that's it right now as far as events go.
Okay. I think that brings us, who are we missing? Oh, parent engagement. So we lost our wonderful parent engagement coordinator, Katie Neffingser. I'm going to butcher her last name, so I'm not even going to try. But her family, they had moved, and her daughter's now at a different school. So if you were interested, parents, if you're here now or watching this later and interested in helping with parents just engaging, the thing I've always loved about Moberly is just our real communal aspect, and that's been difficult with COVID, but we're still making that effort. And so within the next few weeks, you will probably be receiving an email, hopefully from your teachers. I'm going to be coordinating with them. We have been planning to do a grade specific parent meeting. So for each grade level, we're going to try and get connected with you and get you connected with each other so that you can meet other parents in your grade group and build relationships, and also as well see just what's going on at the different grade levels. And yeah, we just want to keep that connection going, even though it's difficult to be able to meet. So yeah, so that's going on for our parent engagement piece. Other than that, I think our last, any questions on that? Questions, comments? PAC team, am I missing anything before we move into the financial department? No. All right. So yes, our last thing, we want to take a look and update you. I did want to share. So this is our Walter Moberly PAC website that Jocelyn mentioned earlier. Please, feel free to take a look at that, and all of our information, events, activities, fundraisers, they're all there. And we try to do our best to keep those up to date. Jocelyn, I'm gonna hassle you because you did put the wrong website address in there, but I put the correct one in there for you. So no.
I saw
no
that.
Awesome. Okay, then we will move on to our last thing, and that is looking at the finances. So if you take a look at our document here, Laura Bell, our treasurer, put this together for us. This is our this is our general account. So currently in our general account as of January 31st, we are close to $12,000 with some outstanding things still there, but that's a general rough idea of what we have in our general account. And like we mentioned before, we have some commitments already to pay for this year with our money from the general account. But yeah, that gives you an idea. And then we also have our gaming grant, and we are currently sitting at $15,623 in our gaming grant account. So we just want to always be accountable and let you know what's going on, and how both the general account is the money that you are raising as parents through fundraisers and hot lunches. Our gaming grant account is a grant that we apply for each year to go to specific things for our school. So Laura Bell, anything that you want to add into that, or no? All right. Well, other PAC board members, exec board members, if you guys have anything else do you want to add in before we close out our meeting? And parents, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask any questions before we wrap things up. All right. Well, looks good. Well, both Donna and Tony, we want to thank you guys for being with us. Thank you just for all that you're doing at the school. We really, really appreciate it. And we know that this is still a very difficult time with things constantly evolving and changing. So we appreciate the effort that you and all the staff puts in.
Thank you, Marlon. I'll let the staff know. And thanks to you and the PAC executive and to all the parents who have been so supportive of the school, whether it's through fundraising, financially, helping the kids do, their work at home, and supporting the programs that in the classrooms. It's really great. Thank you.
Awesome. Well, fantastic. Well, hey, everyone, thank you for joining. And if you're watching this later on and have any questions, please feel free to reach out to anyone from PAC. If you just see us walking around school, or use our PAC email address as well. All right. So, all right, guys, you have a good evening. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Good night.